Welcome to VAVEL.com's coverage of the 2025-26 NBA match. Los Angeles Lakers vs. Minnesota Timberwolves Live Score. Los Angeles Lakers vs. Minnesota Timberwolves live stream this Wednesday, 29, at Target Center, at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, for the NBA. The clash is valid for the Wednesday of games in the competition, with all the moves and emotions in real time here on VAVEL. Live updates. Refresh updates. Starting 5. And here are the starting 5. On the Lakers side we have Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, DeAndre Ayton, Jake LaRavia, and Austin Reeves. On the Timberwolves side we have Mick Conley, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, Rudy Gobert, and Jaden McDaniels. Yesterday's games. Yesterday the NBA continued with 4 games, where the Philadelphia 76ers beat the Washington Wizards 139-134, the Miami Heat beat the Charlotte Hornets 144-117, the Milwaukee Bucks beat the New York Knicks 121-111, and the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Sacramento Kings 107-101. Midweek games. On Monday, 27, the round continued with more games, where the following results occurred. Detroit Pistons 96-116 Cleveland Cavaliers, Philadelphia 76ers 136-124 Orlando Magic, Chicago Bulls 128-123 Atlanta Hawks, New Orleans Pelicans 90-122 Boston Celtics, and San Antonio Spurs 121-103 Toronto Raptors. Also on Monday other games followed, with Houston Rockets 137-109 Brooklyn Nets, Dallas Mavericks 94-101 Oklahoma City Thunder, Utah Jazz 138-134 Phoenix Suns, Minnesota Timberwolves 113-127 Denver Nuggets, Golden State Warriors 131-118 Memphis Grizzlies, and Los Angeles Lakers 108-122 Portland Trail Blazers. Sunday's games. On Sunday, 26, the following games took place, with the following results. San Antonio Spurs 118-107 Brooklyn Nets, Detroit Pistons 119-113 Boston Celtics, Washington Wizards 113-139 Charlotte Hornets, and Cleveland Cavaliers 118-113 Milwaukee Bucks. Also on Sunday, closing the games, the following took place. Miami Heat 115-107 New York Knicks, Minnesota Timberwolves 114-110 Indiana Pacers, Dallas Mavericks 139-129 Toronto Raptors, LA Clippers 114-107 Portland Trail Blazers, and Sacramento Kings 120-127 LA Lakers. Saturday's games. On Saturday, 25, 5 more games took place. Orlando Magic 98-110 Chicago Bulls, Atlanta Hawks 100-117 Oklahoma City Thunder, Philadelphia 76ers 125-121 Charlotte Hornets, Memphis Grizzlies 128-103 Indiana Pacers, and Denver Nuggets 133-111 Phoenix Suns. Friday's games, Part 2. Friday, 24. Continued with more games, where the following results occurred. Houston Rockets 111-115 Detroit Pistons, Dallas Mavericks 107-117 Washington Wizards, Sacramento Kings 105-104 Utah Jazz, Los Angeles Lakers 128-110 Minnesota Timberwolves, Portland Trail Blazers 139-119 Golden State Warriors, and LA Clippers 129-102 Phoenix Suns. Friday's games, Part 1. Friday, 24. Continued with many games, where the following results occurred. Toronto Raptors 116-122 Milwaukee Bucks, Orlando Magic 107-111 Atlanta Hawks, Brooklyn Nets 124-131 Cleveland Cavaliers, New York Knicks 105-95 Boston Celtics, Memphis Grizzlies 114-146 Miami Heat, and New Orleans Pelicans 116-120 San Antonio Spurs. Thursday's games. Thursday, 23, continued with just 2 more games, where Oklahoma City Thunder beat Indiana Pacers 141-135 in overtime, and Golden State Warriors beat Denver Nuggets, also in overtime, 137-131 in the score. Wednesday's games, Part 2. The games continued on Wednesday, 22, with the following results. Chicago Bulls 115-11 Detroit Pistons, Milwaukee Bucks 133 by 120 Washington Wizards, Utah Jazz 129 by 108 LA Clippers, Dallas Mavericks 92 by 125 San Antonio Spurs, Portland Trail Blazer 114 by 118 Minnesota Timberwolves and Phoenix Suns 120 by 116 Sacramento Kings. Wednesday's Games, Part 1. On Wednesday 22, the games continued, where the following results took place. New York Knicks 119 by 111 Cleveland Cavaliers, Orlando Magic 125 by 121 Miami Heat, Charlotte Hornets 136 by 117 Brooklyn Nets, Atlanta Hawks 118 by 138 Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics x Philadelphia 76ers and Memphis Grizzlies 128 by 122 New Orleans Pelicans. Welcome. We're now starting the broadcast of another game in this early stage of the NBA season, which is in its first few days of the regular season. And today we're featuring the matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Tune in here, Los Angeles Lakers versus Minnesota Timberwolves Live Score. Do not miss a detail of the match with the live updates and commentaries of VAVEL. Follow along with us all the details, commentaries, analysis and lineups for this Los Angeles Lakers versus Minnesota Timberwolves match here at VAVEL. How to watch Los Angeles Lakers versus Minnesota Timberwolves live in TV and stream. If you want to watch the game Los Angeles Lakers versus Minnesota Timberwolves live on TV, your options is ESPN. If you want to directly stream it, streaming services and Spectrum Sports Net Plus app. If you want to watch it on internet, VAVEL US is your best option. Injury report. Who's out of the game today? The Lakers will be without LeBron James, Adu Thiero, Maxi Kleber, Luka Doncic, Gabby Vincent, and Jackson Hayes for today's game, all due to injuries, with Marcus Smart listed as questionable. On the other side, the Timberwolves will be without Anthony Edwards, who is also injured, and Jalen Clark is listed as questionable. Western Conference. Here's how the standings look this season. The Lakers and Timberwolves in the Western Conference are in the group of teams with a 2-2 record, tied with the Trail Blazers and Grizzlies, below the Jazz, Clippers, and Nuggets, all with a 2-1 record, and above the Rockets, who are 1-2 this season. Western Conference. This is how the two teams finished last season. The Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference finished in third place with 50 wins and 32 losses, tied with the Denver Nuggets and LA Clippers, behind the Houston Rockets, with 52 wins and 30 losses, and the Oklahoma City Thunder, with 68 wins and 14 losses. The Minnesota Timberwolves finished in sixth place with 49 wins and 33 losses, behind the Los Angeles Lakers, Denver Nuggets, and Los Angeles Clippers, all with 50 wins and 32 losses, the Houston Rockets, with 52 wins and 30 losses, and the Oklahoma City Thunder, with 68 wins and 14 losses, and ahead of the Golden State Warriors and Memphis Grizzlies, both with 48 wins and 34 losses, the Sacramento Kings, with 40 wins and 42 losses, and the Dallas Mavericks, with 39 wins and 43 losses. 2024-25 season. This is how the Timberwolves closed out the season. On the other side, the Minnesota Timberwolves also reached the conference finals, where they were defeated 4-1 by the Oklahoma City Thunder. On May 20th, the Thunder won 114-88. On the 22nd, it was 118-103. On the 24th, the Timberwolves won Game 3, 143-101. But on the 26th, the Thunder won again, 128-126. And on May 28th, closing out the series in Game 5, the Thunder won 124-94. 2024-25 season. This is how the Lakers closed out the season. In the 2024-25 season, the Los Angeles Lakers were eliminated by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs, 4-1. In Game 1, they lost 117-95 on April 19th. On April 22nd, they won 94-85 in Game 2. In Game 3, the Timberwolves won again, this time 116-104, on April 25th. And in Game 4, on April 27th, the Timberwolves won 116-113. Regular season. This is how the season started for both teams. In the 2024-25 season, the Los Angeles Lakers were eliminated by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs, 4-1. In Game 1, they lost 117-95 on April 19. On the 22nd, they won 94-85 in Game 2. In Game 3, the Timberwolves won again, this time 116-104, on the 25th. And in Game 4, on the 27th, the Timberwolves won 116-113. On the other side, the Minnesota Timberwolves also reached the conference finals, where they were beaten 4-1 by the Oklahoma City Thunder. On May 20th, the Thunder won 114-88. On the 22nd, it was 118-103. On the 24th, the Timberwolves won Game 3 143-101. But on the 26th, the Thunder won again, 128-126. And on May 28th, closing out the series in Game 5, the Thunder won 124-94. Preseason. Here's how the team's preseason games went. In the preseason, the Los Angeles Lakers played 6 games. On October 3rd, they lost to the Suns, 103-81. On the 5th, they lost to the Warriors, 111-103. On the 12th, again against the Warriors, they won 126-116. On the 14th, they lost again to the Suns, 113-104. On Wednesday, 15th, they lost to the Mavericks, 121-94. And on the 17th, they lost to the Kings, 117-116. The Minnesota Timberwolves played 5 games. On the 4th, they won against the Nuggets, 126-116. On the 7th, they lost to the Pacers, 135-134. On the 9th, the Knicks lost 100-95, and on the 16th, the Bulls lost 126-120. And on the 17th, the 76ers lost 126-110. Los Angeles Lakers vs. Minnesota Timberwolves Live Score Updates in NBA, 0-0. Get real-time updates on Los Angeles Lakers vs. Minnesota Timberwolves live coverage minute by minute of the match, score, stream information and latest updates of 2025-26 NBA with VAVEL. Game will start at 9:30 p.m. on October 29, 2025.